So, good day, everybody. Yo, this is LJ. Hey, I want to talk about not this hat. I want to talk about the NCAA implementing a new rule not too long ago. They call it the Rich Paul rule, and pretty much it says ESPN. This is an article from ESPN, and just me seeing the ESPN and them talking about it on YouTube and the news and all that stuff. But anyway, pretty much states that any agent that is interested in representing any player that's wanting to test the NBA draft waters, that they can be college players, they can be somebody out of high school for a year, so you can be a overseas or whatever, because now high school kids are going overseas and playing for a year and not going to college at all and coming to the draft and getting drafted. So the agent have to have a 4-year degree. The National Basketball Players Association certification, they need to have an NBPA certification for at least 3 consecutive years, meaning you got to do that for 3 years in a row. Also, they have to have professional liability insurance and completion of an in-person exam taken in early November at the NCAA office in Indianapolis, meaning they got to go to Indiana to take a test. Now, Rich Paul, of course he's going to respond. It's about him. He said, and I agree with him, this is what he said: I actually support requiring 3 years of experience before representing a kid testing the market, which is smart. You got to know what you're doing. I can even get behind passing the test. Okay, that's not a big deal. Lawyers have to pass the test to become lawyers, so most of us who do graduate have to pass the test. And when you're on the job, you have to pass tests too. It might not be something written. You might have to do some physical stuff, or know some shit. So anyway, sorry for my language. But let me see. And after all of this, he said, after all of this, and I don't have a problem even going and taking the test. But then he says, now, however, requiring that I have a 4-year degree accomplished only one thing: systematically excluding those who come from a world where college is unrealistic. And that is the truth. Not everybody is made for college, and college is not for everybody. But there are people who are trying to go to college that cannot afford college. They don't have college money or grants or scholarships. So they have to do loans, which is another big BS that got people messed up for a long, long time. Rich Paul also, he don't only represent LeBron. He represent Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, John Wall, and a couple other people. He also, the latest news about him was about this guy named Darius Brazili. He convinced him to go and do an internship for a year, make $1 million, and then come back and got drafted. He got drafted in the draft not too long ago. He landed a $1 million internship at New Balance. Yep. That's crazy. But that's how big of a person that he has became, Rich Paul. That's the kind of agent he is. So my problem with this is, you're saying that 50%, because I'm going to say about 50%, half the world, as far as successful business people, didn't happen, because it's a lot of people that are successful that did not go to college, or did go to college and don't have a 4-year degree. Ellen didn't happen. Bill Gates didn't happen. Michael Dell didn't happen. The infamous Steve Jobs, who was worth $10.2 billion when he passed away, didn't happen. P. Diddy with his annoying ass didn't happen. Let's get to basketball. You saying LeBron James didn't happen because he went straight to the NBA from college? You saying the next person who is on this 30,000 point list that most people in the generation below me, and some people in my generation all say he the GOAT because they think he the favorite of their time. You saying Kobe Bryant didn't happen. That guy who spent 20 years in the NBA, you saying he didn't happen. And the other thing that makes this rule interesting is because Rich Paul and LeBron James are from the same camp. So you saying that whole camp didn't happen because they're above the norm. They didn't go to college, but they're very successful and they're very intelligent. And they're using it in a good way, and you trying to knock them down. Wait, what Rich Paul is saying is, how you gonna stop somebody who don't have that avenue as an avenue, and they finally do get that chance to use it, to not be able to use it? That's like saying that NBA players that did not graduate college can't go play in the NBA. Do you know how many people would not be in the NBA right now? I swear it'd probably be about 10% of the NBA would probably be out there because the rest of them did not graduate. It's people right now that played a whole career, retired, probably on TV, commentating, still ain't went to college. So I don't get it, because when agents represent these professional athletes, especially NBA and football, I don't know about baseball. I really don't know about hockey. I really don't know about soccer and other sports. I'm just speaking from the basketball standpoint. About 90% of the people that play in the NBA do not have degrees. So these agents are representing people who don't have degrees. How is it okay for Rich Paul not to be able to get this same chance when he's doing the exact same thing you're doing? Because he's making noise now? What the hell, man? There's a whole bunch of people that didn't go to college to be successful. That is just a bunch of BS. You saying that Spencer Haywood versus the NBA, National Basketball Association, 1971, the Supreme Court ruled 7-1 that Spencer was able to go to the NBA. That's the decision that won him the right to play right out of high school, and also gave everybody else the chance to play out of high school until they put in that one and done rule. You have to be out of high school for at least 1 year to play professional. Okay, fine, whatever. But at the same time, I don't like that rule, because it's a lot of people that do go to college, do graduate, and don't turn out to be a whole bunch of nothing. Just because you graduated doesn't mean you're going to be successful in life after that either. So I don't get it. If you find success, what I'm saying is, if you find success and you know you could be successful, why hold him up? There's nothing wrong with him doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing because this is what he loved to do. Ain't that the point? Like, I thought that was the point. Do what you love to do. And now there's always seemed to be a roadblock when people are doing extraordinary things from places where they shouldn't be. Like, God didn't say we shouldn't be doing anything. He put us on here to be good to one another, spread the word, and to treat each other like brothers and sisters. You can't treat each other like that every time. Every time, like, I put up a meme that I got off of Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you saw it. It's a meme where a whole bunch of people are standing in two lines. Look like a Soul Train line at first, but then you notice they have weapons in their hands and disparaging comments. That's just like that's pretty much what the NCAA just pretty much did to Rich Paul. That same thing. His goal is at the end of this road. But to get to that goal, you got to go through all these people, and they all trying to knock you down. They all trying to put an obstacle in your way, or they got something negative to say. They don't have nothing positive to say. You have to find your own motivation on that trip, on that yellow brick road to get to Dorothy House. You have to find your own motivation. And pretty much that's what I feel like the NCAA is doing to Rich Paul right now, because he don't have a degree. He don't have to have a degree to be able to represent people. If you know people and you know how to play the game, what's the problem? There's a whole bunch of people that's acting that didn't go to college. There's a whole bunch of people that's walking around here with money in their pockets that didn't go to college. Just because you didn't go to college does not mean you doing something wrong. It just means you have something else to do in your life. College not for everybody. Well, anyway, thank you for listening. I just wanted to talk about it because it's been up on the thing. And a side note for this conversation, if this rule came out for, let me leave my channel. If this rule came out for the WNBA, there wouldn't be a problem with that to me. I don't think it would even be a big backlash because the statistics for women, WNBA women, to me they're reversed. Like 90% of the women that play in the league are college graduates. You know what I'm saying? Even if they go overseas, a good amount of them graduate college, then go and play. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because women didn't have the opportunity as men as far as pro basketball in the United States, or just pro basketball close to home, because I've seen countless documentaries and videos of the WNBA players when they go overseas, and that's where their real money is, and then they come back here and they're getting pennies. It's just like the USA soccer team, the women's soccer team. They've won what, three championships, 3 or 4 championships, and they're not getting paid like the men who ain't been to a damn finals in forever. Really? Look, everybody, if you're winning, you should get paid. There's no if and buts about it. You winning, you should get paid.